Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is my 28-week video, which means I'm officially in the third trimester. What? We're so close to the end. I feel like the countdown is on, and now I have like a whole new set of things to stress about, like what? The baby's gonna be here in like 11 weeks. What am I doing? But it's so exciting and I can't wait. Are you ready to be a big brother? He is not gonna be a good big brother, I don't think, because he is the baby. So this is gonna be very interesting with him. This week, the baby measures 2.5 pounds and 16 inches long, and the baby is the size of a cabbage, which is just adorable and crazy to think that she's that big in there already. But I truly do feel her from one side of me all the way to the other, up and down. So I feel like she's like starting to run out of room a little bit in there. So last week, I told you all about my worst pregnancy week yet. It's been very stressful. I don't know if you can tell I look a little bit tired this week because I really haven't been sleeping all that well because you stress about all of these things that come up. I told you guys all about the glucose screening, which I failed, unfortunately, meaning I had to take the actual diabetes test, which I took right before I posted the video last week. I'm happy to report I got the results and I don't have diabetes. I'm so happy that I don't have diabetes, even though I had such great support from all of you, and some of you have had gestational diabetes and like made me feel so much more calm about it. Like, it's not a big deal, just watch what you eat. It generally goes away after the baby's born. So I felt a whole lot better, so thank you guys. But I don't have it, so I'm not sure why I was flagged in the screening. Maybe my body just metabolizes the sugar a little bit slower or something, but either way, that's one thing I don't have to worry about. On to the infection. So I went to the doctor on Friday and they checked me and there was no sign of the infection anymore, which was good, but a few days earlier there was, and we had stopped taking the antibiotics. So I was a little confused as to how it just kind of went away. He said that there was nothing really more they could do at that point in time until this week, where we would send in a culture. But come Friday night, I started feeling like my symptoms were getting worse, which is kind of scary for me. It was like a constant feeling of having to pee and just pain in my bladder. I assumed it was some sort of bladder infection or UTI, which I've read is really common in pregnancy, but the tests come back negative and don't show anything. So I don't really know what's happening. I've been living on cranberry juice, which is disgusting because the one that I have to drink isn't the sugar one, and I like the sugar cranberry juice. It's delicious. Apparently when you remove all the sugar, it's revolting. But I'm mixing it with water and drinking it, and it is making me feel a little bit better. At the hospital, they monitored the baby for 30 minutes, and her heart rate was great. I think it went between 150 and 160. So that was all great. The baby is great, which is the only thing I care about at this point in time. If I have to feel like I'm going to pee every 4 seconds for the next 2.5 months, then that's what I have to do. But it's super annoying. I don't know if any of you are pregnant right now or have been pregnant or know someone who's been pregnant, but legit, when a pregnant woman says she has to use the bathroom, she's not messing around, because it feels like you have to pee so bad and you can't take it. You have to go to the bathroom and there's like nothing there. So I think that she is just sitting on my bladder and having a little nap on it and like elbowing it here and there just for fun. I did see on my app that if she were to be born now, she would have a 90% chance of survival, which made me feel really happy, especially with the circumstances with everything going on. Obviously, the last thing in the world I want is to go into labor early, but it is reassuring to know that she would likely be okay if something did happen. I'm really praying from here on out, though, that nothing else happens and my bad 2 weeks are over and everything else is going to start going my way. So my symptoms this week have been, number one, a lack of sleep. I think that's more so just because I've been overthinking every possibility of what could be happening. But I think also it's just starting to become uncomfortable. When I lay on my side, I feel like my ribs are crushing and my hips hurt. When I lay on my back, I'm like, ugh, I have 30 pounds of weight just pushing in on all my organs. So I kind of do this like weird prop up on pillows right now and sleep that way. And of course, as I said earlier, the symptom of always feeling like I have to pee and kind of like that pressure and pain on my bladder all the time is there and annoying. But that's pregnancy. I mean, I'm growing a person and I feel like she's running out of space already, so this is just what I have to look forward to at this point in time. Some great things from this week are that I'm feeling her kick so much, and it actually makes me so happy when I feel her. Like, it's so amazing. I miss her when she doesn't kick me, and when she does kick me, I'm like, oh, hi, best friend. There you are. I just love you. I still play my game with her, and she's really enjoying it, she told me. So she'll give me a kick, and I'll give her a poke, and then we go back and forth like that. I've started to do kick counts, which is something that I read online that you should start around this time of pregnancy. So every morning, I look for 10 kicks or movements in the span of 1 hour. I do the same thing every night, just so you know that everything's going fine and she's in there, because it's hard when you're walking around all day, you don't feel her. So the only time I really feel her is when I'm laying and concentrating on it. Braxton Hicks had been surprisingly better this week. I think last week, because of whatever infection I was fighting, my body was just like, freaking out. I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to tense up real tight. But it hasn't been happening as much, maybe once or twice a day, and I feel much better about that. My doctor also said that I could take magnesium to help reduce the amount of contractions. I guess that kind of calms your body down a little bit. So if you're pregnant and you're having Braxton Hicks or any of those symptoms that I'm telling you about with the bladder, apparently 350 milligrams of magnesium kind of relaxes you. But of course, always ask your doctor before you do anything. What works for me may not be something that would work for you. So that's what I'm going to try this week, and I'll let you know how it goes. Also, as you know, I have my family in town. Jeremy's mom, dad, and sister are here, and we've been doing lots of touring, so I think it's been more tough on my body than usual because I'm walking a lot more than I usually do. So that could be aiding in the pain of the bladder and everything. But it's been an amazing trip so far. His sister is out of quarantine. I told you guys last week that she was potentially fighting the flu or food poisoning. We weren't sure. So she went to a hotel, which was awesome because she didn't want to get me or the baby sick, especially when my immune system was down fighting whatever infection it was. And she's back and feeling great. So today we're going to do some more touring, and I hope that I continue to feel as well as I do right now. I will keep you guys posted with what happens next week. Thank you guys all so much for the messages, and I just have to tell you, I'm going to cry because I'm an emotional wreck right now. But I feel like so blessed and lucky to have so many people on our side. And the little babe says thank you all so much too, because it's really not easy, especially being away from home right now. Through all of this, it's tough to be away from my family, and Jeremy's gone quite a bit, so kind of dealing with this on my own. So thank you guys all for the messages. You make me feel so much better, and all of your well wishes worked because I don't have the beatus and this infection seems to be gone. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for keeping me positive and happy, and I will update you guys with what happens next week. But first, I will show you my bump. P.S. The belly button is still in. I don't know what's happening here because she was moving out at a rapid pace, and then all of a sudden she's like, no, I'm not going out. And I keep waiting for it every day, but it doesn't happen. Okay, so here is our front view of the belly. I feel like she's becoming much more of like a round ball. And as you can see, belly button is still holding on. It's a matter of time though. Side view. And other side. Can you totally tell that she's sitting on the one side of my stomach? I feel like when I turn one way, it's huge. When I turn the other way, there's nothing. Because she's like, nah, I'm good. I'm just staying over here on your bladder. No big deal. Don't pee your pants, Mom. Ha ha ha. But I have to say she's probably just sitting in there so bored. She's like, okay, it's been 7 months and I'm really getting bored of this place, so I'm just going to start sitting on your bladder because I know it's funny. And then that's totally me. So she's definitely my daughter, that's for sure. So Oki and I thank you all so much for watching and all the love and support, and I love you guys so much. And you make this process so much easier and better, and you calm me down a little bit, which I always feel like I need. I'll see you all next week for my 29-week video, and please comment anything that you would like to see next week. I want to do something different, so if there's something you want to see, or how I put my bio oil on, or some of her clothes, just tell me what you want to see, and that's what we'll concentrate on next week. Okay, bye guys, have an amazing day. Say bye, Oki. He says bye.